Alright, now that I'm actually outside of the thing, welcome to the stream. I haven't been on YouTube in over... I can honestly say maybe... Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely been over a year. I haven't really uploaded anything. In terms of uploads, yeah, I've uploaded, but not much. This year with 2025, I thought, let's try YouTube streaming. And what better way to YouTube stream than to go back to an old classic, or I guess retro now. Found my old 3DS that has the capture system, and we're gonna go with this. Let's see here. I do want to go ahead and heal up everyone. I forgot how to pronounce all of these names. Let's see. Use move, fly. So that's where Friend Safari is. But if this is your first time watching me on YouTube, hello. My name's GlintPhantom. I mean, it's on a channel. I normally stream on Twitch, but like I said, I wanted to try something different. If you guys didn't know about me, I used to like start off with Pokemon streaming. If I recall, Friend Safari, it needed the internet and signing on to get the third Pokemon. And that Frogadier on the layout is just a placement. I have no clue what we'll be exploring. So yeah. I don't have my old setup as good as it was. I tried to look up the old program, Death Counter and Soundboard, but I'm no longer... I don't feel okay about that anymore. Oh snap, there was a freaking... Okay. Was this Friend Safari? Battle Mansion. Yeah, it's even telling me, go online. Go online. I don't remember where the Friend Safari is. I know these days people would just like go and what do you call it? They'd go and play on other platforms, and by that I mean the thing that I can't really talk about. Okay, here's Friend Safari. Took me a while. Let's go to Safari. Oh wow. So many old names. I know one of them, unless... Let's see if this one was that same one. Oh wow, Amy is still using a 3DS? Interesting. Well, one of her accounts. So many memories. I've had, like, a pretty decent growth with the boom of streaming. About, pretty much about 10 years ago now. 10, 11 years ago. Oh, 9 or 10. I can't do math. Okay, what the heck? What type do I want to... It's still winter, so maybe ice type? Lord Meanie. It's a OGB, I remember. Crystalite. Let's see what Pokemon are available, and then we'll go about. Oh! I forgot you can... Ooh, Snowrunt was good. The third one's always unique, but I can't get the third one until... No, I didn't want to... Okay, there we go. We could chain fish too. It's so weird using the 3DS again. Alien dude. Oh. Unknown. If there's like a Pokemon... Bike. Where's my bike? Register. Use. Okay. I'm not gonna count encounters just yet. I just want to see what Pokemon are available. The Burmite. If we end up getting a shiny, that's gonna be hilarious. A no reaction or a bad reaction shiny. I want to see something different than a Burmite here. And I know you are at least given 2 Pokemon. Its online service is down too, so that's like... That's kind of rough. I wonder what would be the point of even going online with the 3DS. Or is that just a 3DS store? Okay, Snowrunt and Burmite. Let's change the layout. And thankfully it is, whatchamacallit, alphabetical order. So there's the Burmite, Snorunt should be in the S's. Where are you? Oh my gosh, I would love a Snorunt. This is hitting nostalgia for me. And since this is the first stream of YouTube for the year, yeah, I didn't tell anyone that normally watches my Twitch that I'm going on to YouTube. I just shot in the dark. Just trying this out. I completely forgot what the shiny rates were back then. And now I since I don't have the counter, I have to bring this up to like change the numbers. It's just something. But now we can actually begin our hunt. I do kind of miss that death counter and soundboard, but when I was looking over the files, it hadn't been updated in 5 years now. So, and since it's open source, you know, I just did not feel comfortable using it. So I'm just not gonna end up using it. Simple. Let's see if I have my endurance. What I mean by endurance is, I used to stream shiny hunting on Twitch for like 3 hours at a time. This was back in the morning when things were a bit more okay for me. And holy cow. The bit rate is so freaking high. I didn't know that. I mean, at least it's something. Oh wait, yeah, it's best not to look at the live feed. Don't want to end up using more bandwidth. Really hoping for a Snorunt though, but we'll see. Back then I used to like play music from non-copyright sounds. And that's how everyone would pass the time. But now with YouTube's music system, it's hard to tell. What do I have here? Okay, I will respond to that in a moment. I honestly don't know how many encounters I'll go for tonight. I got water, I got soda, I got a little something else. So, who knows? I wonder if it's still gonna hit the same. Am I gonna be loud? Am I gonna be like, holy crap, oh my gosh. don't think I've ever gotten a Bermite either. Is it Bermite? Like the G is silent, or? I do want to say, for those of you who see this stream afterwards or something, greatly appreciate you checking it out. Oh, I put my phone over there. Let me go grab my phone. Yeah, why was that changed? Okay, that's much better. I was like, why did that change? Oh, but yeah, let me add a quick be right back. We're slowly building this up to a sense of normal. And once this hits 10, I'll unplug the system so it's not overcharging. Be right back. Hey, it works. But yeah, I'll be right back. I forgot to unmute myself. But okay, we're back. $15. If I remember correctly, it was like 1 in 512 that I'd see something. And this is not affected by shiny charm. If you manage to see at the beginning, I maxed out the playtime. I'll have to remind myself to, like, drink water. But since this is, like, an introduction for you, like those of you who are finding this stream, this would be a really good stream to, you know, just leave up if you want to fall asleep. The repetition of the encounters, my boring voice. Okay, there we go. I lost my train of thought there. I kind of have these periods where I'm just quiet. Like, I don't really... Because for me, I grew up, like... I didn't really socialize with a lot of people growing up or at school or stuff like that. So oftentimes when I just don't really know what to say, I would just be quiet. Then as I got older, I learned that being this quiet or awkward was really not so good. So I would try to talk, but then when I talk, I tend to overshare or overtalk. Now what I mean by that is I would really talk in a weird way. Like, I'd get too deep. One thing that I often talk about is reason behind actions. Almost like talking to a shrink or a psychologist or what's the other one? Psychiatrist or psychologist. There we go. I don't know the difference between the two. I've tried to read about it one time, but But essentially, that's how I am as a person. I just really wanted to know, okay, why are you doing this? Why do you like this? What about this do you hate or like? And for me, I also spent a lot of my time really thinking about myself. And in terms of that, I realized that I really had to figure out a way to cope. So for me, that was figuring out why for the actions of other people. And it's a journey for those of you who, like, you have various traumas. It's a journey because even now, recently, I realized a way that I was treating my relationships and friendships. And hello, Dominic the Shadow Prince. Thank you very much. I don't have the notification stuffs. I just window captured everything. I'm hoping to change that in the future. But thank you very much for liking and subscribing. But back to what I was saying. Since I didn't grow up really socializing, or in my case, I grew up where when I did socialize, other kids would say, "Hey, GP, you go sit here since you don't." These days, kids or different generations say, "You don't vibe well with us, so go ahead and sit here. We'll just be over there playing or whatever. You just call us if you need us or anything." Because of that, I learned that I developed abandonment trauma. And so from my abandonment trauma, a way that I can explain it is, whereas normal people, the way I see it is, normal people have like each friendship that they have, it's like their own its own bottle, and the time that you spend with that friend, you're filling up that bottle. So you feel happy, or you feel mad, or you feel whatever emotion you feel, you get to enjoy that time with that friend. But for me, because of my abandonment trauma, all of the friendships I have, it's collectively one bottle. So it's not like this friend is this friend is that friend. Everything to me is one bottle. And I think that's 32. So for me, this trauma is still definitely something I'm working on. Realizing that I treat my relationships in that metaphor of one bottle. It's no wonder people can't really understand when I get frustrated that, like, when someone spends time with another friend, it's like they haven't spent that time with me yet. So in my bottle, I feel empty. I haven't reached that level of, I don't know what it's called, but it's like that feeling you get when you know a friend that you feel secure with. You know that they care, you know that they love you, you see the actions that they do or don't do, and you're not insecure, you're not jealous. With me, since there I go again, losing my train of thought. Oh dang, that thing did go. But why did it go so late? Oh well. Thank you again, Dominic. Where was I again? Oh crap, I just lost my train of thought. That notification popping up, yeah, it distracted me. No, not 33, 36. Let me see here. So, I was talking about how friends spend time with other friends. Come on, think, GP, think. Yeah, I've completely lost that train of thought. I'll probably come back to it eventually. Oh, there we go. There we go. I was talking about how, like, in my case, like, oh, right. There's a. Come on, I had it, and it's. Okay, that's so frustrating. When you just have the point, but then it slips. I feel eventually I'll get back to it, so it's something. I hope everyone's having a great night. I'm not really good at speaking, so that whole speech of abandonment trauma and then all that stuff, I know it didn't tie well together. But I thought I wanted to do something a little different, you know? Back then, when I first started streaming and I was streaming shiny hunting, I really didn't like sharing this deep perspective that I have because I was very unsure of myself, insecure. Because most of the time, whenever I tried to be deep like this, a lot of people would just say, go seek therapy. Or why don't you try therapy? It was just my way of communicating. I don't know if, like, in modern times, if they've defined these traits that I have as some condition. Nah, I can't figure it out yet because if you've been in the healthcare system of the United States, it's not very good. The business side of it is always trying to bleed you for money. So that's something I've always had to try to figure out on my own. I used to do this back in the day too. I would do 10 encounters using the D-pad, 10 encounters using the circle pad. Or is that the circle pad or the joystick? It's not like a big stick. It's just... Now, the reason why I wanted to talk so much when I say I don't really talk is, you know, if you find this video later on, once I'm done streaming, is like, I want you to at least get an idea of what kind of person I am, so that if you do want to watch me again, you can. I'm actually so curious what the third Pokemon is, but I haven't put my Wi-Fi on this in so long, and with how Wi-Fi changes. It's something. I should hydrate after talking for a while. And I don't mean to be rude when I don't mean to be rude, Dominic, when you said you just liked and subscribed. Normally I would like say how are you, hi, and all that stuff, but I was on a roll with what I was trying to convey. Oh, the window capture of that cut that off too. For me, this year is definitely kind of going back to my roots in terms of figuring out streaming, YouTube, Twitch, things like that. I remember this was the game that I played when I first streamed. Although I was chain fishing for Dratini. That was something. I had this whole like old Turtle Beach headset. I had saved up to get this exact 3DS to get it stream ready. I gotta be so careful now about what I say in regards to like third party stuff with Nintendo. They're very strict on their property, which is fair. Point being, this is not something on a specific program. This is an actual device. Oh, it's getting chilly. I can feel the colder air. Since it is pretty still early enough, I hope everyone watching has had a happy new year. Hope you're doing well. I spent my New Year's Eve actually streaming. I had a almost 3-hour long double Mario Party 2 map special. I usually only play one map every 2 weeks. But since it was New Year's, I thought, hey, why not? In terms of what I plan to do with YouTube streaming, for now, I am liking the whole I'm just gonna chill for the night, repeatedly shiny hunt. Maybe we'll do old Dex Nav. I think I have my Omega Ruby somewhere. For playthroughs, I do those on Twitch. Well, I'll do them based on like where they started. I used to do this one playthrough of Fire Red Nuzlocke, and it would alternate between streaming on YouTube and streaming on Twitch. Although that was very confusing to do at times because I would forget to, switch over to YouTube or, switch over to Twitch. In terms of frequency for YouTube, I will say that since right now it's mostly going to be shiny hunting and me talking about whatever I want to talk, or talking with you guys whenever we start building up a community, then I'll go for hours. It's a Friday night. Everything's all good. I have my beverage and water and stuff like that. I almost typed 100. We're not quite there yet, GP. Almost. I'm hoping that I get this under 300. We'll see. I would like a blue snow runt. I mean, a berg wouldn't be too bad. Okay, now I actually remember what I was talking about. So let me get back on that before I lose it again. So I was talking about how, like, for me, friendships, each friend contributes to one container, whereas normal people, each relationship they have is their own, like, container. Given this, whenever a friend doesn't communicate to me, like, they don't communicate in a way that I feel that they've filled that, what do I call this? Energy? But I guess energy would fit the metaphor. But, like, if they don't communicate and that energy from them doesn't reach that point or gets filled, I start overthinking because of the core issue of my abandonment trauma. And when I overthink, I end up, like, thinking, oh, they prefer this person or prefer that person, or they think something's wrong with me. For me, I thought like that for a while, where I would think to myself, whenever these situations happened, I would think those negative thoughts of people not liking me for some reason. But now that I realize that for me, it's mostly that what they're doing consciously or not when communicating with me, or I need to rein my mind. That's the other thing about me, is that when I do get into these deep talks, my brain goes into various spider webs, and I'm tempted to like say, but wait, there's this, or this technicality, or that technicality. But pretty much, if I feel that like the relationships fulfillment, that's the word I wanted to use. If a relationship's fulfillment with that particular person isn't reaching a specific level where I feel cared about, I feel loved, I know that their actions mean well, then that negative part of me starts seeing it as like something bad, even though it's not. Because as humans, you should have multiple friends. That's kind of the thing about humans. You gather in clans, you gather in like colonies or groups and cities and society to help each other function and achieve what you want to achieve. So, like, part of my mind understood that. My mind understood the logistical side of it. People will do what they will with whomever they will do it with. And no, I'm not talking about anything mature. Although that does kind of apply, but not the point I'm trying to make. I think I'm overcounting. I've always done this. I need to work on that. To not overcount. So part of me understood that logical side, but then emotionally it didn't click with me. And I know I'm not owed anything by anyone. You're not owed an explanation. You're not owed an understanding. No one's supposed to understand you. They can try to sympathize. They could possibly try to relate. But you are not owed anything. That's why so many times when there are people who have various traumas, they try to explain it, but then from the other side, the friend, romantic partner, or just someone from the outside, they don't see it the way that you're trying to explain it. Because the way that you're trying to communicate is not quite accepted by society. That's a difference that I also kind of learned. And now I'm open to discussion, whereas like if you guys want to talk about these things and go back and forth, I'm definitely open to that. I'm always open to trying to understand different realizations or epiphanies. But going on with the subject of acceptance. That's something I learned. You grow up and parents say you'll be accepted. You'll be loved for who you are. That was a bit of a white lie. Even other clips online will make a joke about it. They'll be like, the parents finally pulled the rug off your feet, stopped telling you that, oh, you're special, and all that stuff. What I realized about what I learned about what that meant from my perspective is you can be yourself. You can be quirky, you can be weird, you can be however you want to be. But then, will you be accepted? Just because you can be something doesn't mean that it's going to be accepted. For me, a way to kind of understand it is like, if you realize that you yourself are, you're like a square gear, and the society that you're entering, the city or the group that you're entering, they're all round gears. They'll be nice to you, some of them, but then are you accepted? I wonder if this is where judgment comes from. Like, people can understand where you're coming from. They can understand your trauma. They can understand this or that about what you say. But are you accepted? That's something about myself that I realize, is that with how I question things so much without the proportionate experience of it, I'm often understood but never quite accepted. Because ultimately, from what I see, like, the picture that I see is that you gotta contribute to the existing society. If you don't contribute to the existing society, whatever you may be going through, people will try to sympathize, try to empathize, but they ultimately won't accept. But that's my weird talk, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what kind of person I am. I may go off on another tangent later on, or something, I don't know. We'll see. I need to change where that 100 is. It is not centered. It is annoying me. I gotta look back through my old videos because I feel like there was one time where I was streaming 5 days a week and I would shiny hunt about 3 to 4 of those days. And there was one safari hunt that I felt was just so freaking long. Oh, we can sweet scent hunt too. I'm not calling it the other thing because now it's, like I said earlier, I gotta be careful about how I say things. We crossed 100, so that means we got 400 more. Still wondering what we'll end up getting. In about 2 minutes, I'll go ahead and plug in the system again to charge it. When you have an old 3DS, it's like them batteries, especially when it's powering the adapter thing, it's using more power than originally intended, I feel. I'm so freaking curious what the third Pokemon is, but like I said earlier, I don't know if that online system works. It'd definitely be something though. I could definitely see like myself doing this for hours on end again. The only reason why I used to only cap out at 3 hours was because I would wake up around 6. I'd remind my dad to get up and then kind of help him get ready for work when he did work. Oop, bumped the mic. Sorry about that. And then once my dad went off to work, I would go ahead and stream for from 9 to about 12. I'm already thinking about old themes again. What I mean by that is like I used to do themed hunts. Like February was pink or October was pink due to breast cancer awareness. It's something I wouldn't mind doing again if I'm gonna end up streaming for 3-4 hours on Friday nights. once this stream concludes, and it's been like a day or two, essentially whenever normal comments can just be left on the stream, I'll leave the link to Glint's collection. That is where I post all of my Twitch streams on YouTube. I will say I am getting pumped every time I see the Pokemon encounter now. It's like, will it be shiny? It kind of defeats the purpose of what I have this shiny hunting stream for, where it's about talking and stuff like that. I just hope that it won't be too loud for you guys. One, two, three. Next one's gonna be 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna see if I have enough stamina here to go all the way to 512. If we reach 512 and we still have no shiny, then next week that means I'm just gonna have to shiny hunt even more for another 512, which is 1028. No, 1024. I'm bad at math. Some things that I would like to see for improvement on YouTube stream is a way for us to enjoy music without me getting any claims or strikes. Now, I will share on Twitch, like, there's a method for that. Although I don't shiny hunt on Twitch anymore. But for YouTube, I looked it up and there doesn't seem to be a method. Hey, my ginger beer is going, which is nice. Yeah, I have a lot of different hobbies that I picked up, and it's like, it's just all over the place. I'll experiment with food. I'll then experiment with fermenting, mead making, or wine making. Now that I caregive for my father a bit more, I watch a lot of these videos and I just try it out. The sad thing is that I don't really have anyone to share it with. The most that I've had people say is that, oh my gosh, it's so good, or that's great that you know how to cook. It kind of reminds me of that one song from Dax, To Be a Man. And thinking about it, for me, it really doesn't it doesn't matter that I know how to do all these things that more traditionally a woman would know how to do, because I'm not doing anything to gain notoriety or, more importantly, money. I could know how to make infinite energy and the world would still not bat an eye because I have not done anything monetary with it. And to put simply, the reason why I don't is probably because of, like, probably some other trauma. And I'm not talking about trauma so much as like this excuse, but more so I'm talking about, like, you reach a certain point where you just end up drifting. And for a long time I've been told by old friends that drifting's not necessarily bad. Well, we go back to the whole accepting thing I said. They can understand why you drift, but being a part of society, that's not really accepted. I talk about the drifting now because I definitely notice, like, that same friend or other friends who say, oh, it's alright that you're drifting. Now they focus on their own lives because they're at a point where drifting is no longer okay to be associated with. It's not that they hate or dislike. I hit the wrong button. It's just, I do realize that things grow apart and everything's in its own little society. You know how when, to kind of continue my point, like, I noticed how there's a whole culture. Sorry about that. A motorcycle went by. But there's a whole, like, different kind of culture of everything. When you work at company A, and company A is like retail, and then you learn everything you can about retail because you work there for X amount of time. Then you go over to a job for telemarketing. That job has its own culture. And then on a bigger scale, you have different cultures for, like, different careers. What a system tech person goes on their day to day is going to be so different compared to what like a teacher would go through. But ultimately, you end up being around others who are in that same kind of culture. They understand the day in, day out kind of thing. So ultimately, anything outside of that culture, you can make an effort to continue supporting or associating, but eventually, being creatures of habit, you just end up getting used to your routine, and so former friends become memories. If there's any other like topics I have in mind, I'll talk about it, but like you saw, like I go off on too many tangents, so I don't really make a solid point. Time to plug in the system again so it keeps a charge. Oh, I missed that when like you plug it in. It brightens up a bit. In some ways, like just talking to myself like this, it's also cathartic. Because since I don't have access to a psychiatrist or shrink or what the other one was, I know there's two, but I keep forgetting them or mix them up. I usually just type this out, and that in itself is also helpful. It's just talking about it aloud is also cathartic. I gotta calm myself down. I'm getting to the point where it's like you getting the shiny eyes. I also remember like the few times back then where I would go for only a couple encounters and get a shiny and just below 10 encounters, I think. It was insane. I gotta remind myself to only let this charge for 20 to 30 minutes. I'm actually curious how I would clip finding a shiny now. back then when I was doing things, like a lot of the new YouTubers, you mimic who you watched. And at the time, it was a lot of A Drive for Pokemon shiny hunting content. And back then it was just, you know, highlights. Highlights was the style for shiny clips back then. And from what I see, it still is. But there's also now the whole YouTube Shorts. And I kind of kick myself for not thinking, like, holy cow, the highlights were just a shorts. It's a buffet for shorts. The clips are only usually like 2 minutes, a minute 30. But if you focus on just getting that shiny moment, people would just watch that galore. And I'm talking about doing it during the peak heyday of it. I do see some people do it now, and it's still successful. It's just, from what I see of numbers, and it makes me think, is it something to do or try? I've honestly fell off, like, with what the Pokemon community is like. I wasn't very attentive to it back then either, because I really had a bit of a chip on my shoulder back then. I still have a chip on my shoulder. It's just now, depending on my mood, I'm able to more talk about things, express what I mean, but that still doesn't, you know, change how someone reacts to it. But back then, I watched a lot of Shady Penguin. Like I mentioned, there was A Drive. I didn't really watch a lot of him because A Drive, I mean, because his reactions were just too energetic for me. Given that I'm someone who, like, really tries to rationalize actions, emotions, and everything, whenever I see someone so boisterous, my brain immediately thinks, what did they go through that energetic and boisterous, outwardly being their first persona or personality, is what they go for? Again, this is where I don't really always make sense. I'm just spouting ideas that come to my mind. I'm gonna have to look at adding, like, deep talk or philosophical talk to the hashtags or the tags of the video. That'll be a little bit interesting. Okay, now I'm actually counting correctly. This is something I remembered. Why is it that when it's a low number, it's always so slow, but once you cross the 170, things go so fast? It's that way for shiny hunting for me. It's that way for exercising when I'm playing my little game of get to the calorie amount. The moment it crosses 70, it just feels so fast. Yeah, my hobbies are definitely all over the place too. Like I said, there's cooking, fermentation, but I also keep an eye on like fitness stuff. And it's not to like it's not to actually like build some bodybuilding thing, but it's more to nitpick and learn, kind of hear what other people say about diets or foods and things like that. If I want to try it, I'll try it. If it works for me and I like it, I'll keep doing it. If I don't like it, I just find something else. Although these days with fitness things, I don't really watch specific channels. I see clips from shorts or TikTok. I kind of wish that the play time would get like a little star. Like when you reach the maxed out playtime, you get a little star. And then after that star, it resets a timer. Kind of like a plateau kind of thing, or prestige. I'm legitimately wondering now, how cold is it gonna be tonight? Maybe when I take a bathroom break, I'll take a look, because the air around my legs and feet are definitely cooler than my upper body. It's funny that I still remember where the buttons are because I had Shiny Hunt for so long. When I get to 512 pretty early, I'll go ahead and I'll probably switch over to chain fishing. I think that's why my lantern and stuff were fainted. I couldn't escape from some of them, so it would... Oh, it would struggle. That's right. I didn't have any moves after fainting so many Pokemon from chain fishing. Honestly, out of the two, I would like Snow I think I already have both of them, but in terms of for 2025, yeah. This is kind of where you get into the just background noise of it. I'm not really talking a lot because I don't have any like point I'm trying to make. So just enjoy the sound of constant encounter and fall asleep. Although shiny hunting this late at night, I do have to be aware of how loud I am. I think that might be a goal I want to do. I have so many old friends on this 3DS. I'm gonna try to get a shiny from each of them. But we just reached 200. Given my shiny luck, I think I'll end up going to odds, which is 1 in 512. If it is cold where you are, I hope you're keeping warm. The cold can be a pretty good, nice thing to feel, but then when you feel it for too long, you do end up missing the warmer weather. I'm surprised I still have the old PNGs of the XY sprites. And for those of you who are wondering why there's a purple Wurmple on the layout, when I had first started, the whole gimmick of the shiny hunting thing was to have like a Pokemon mascot. And even to this day, the Wurmple is like the mascot. The Wurmple is named Derpy. He looks outwardly happy and all nice. He's nice. But don't go getting Derpy angry. You won't like Derpy when he's angry. No, it's 10. Depending on where the higher amount of live viewers happen to show up, I'm thinking about doing a Derpy lock again. The Derpy lock, it definitely relies on having live viewers there. Because in a way, it's like a variation of a live stream egg lock, but then with requested Pokemon from everyone. I'm thinking once we get to about 225, I'm gonna do another be right back, walk around, stretch. That goes for you all too. If you're watching live, take a breather, stretch. What the heck? I was talking like that, then it muted. Oh, I must have hit a button that muted. But oh well. You all got to just enjoy the sound of the game. I don't know how much of you missed what I said, but yeah, like I said, oh well. I need to keep an eye on the right side then. Four more encounters and then we'll take a quick break. Walk around, hydrate. I once ran away from a Dex Nav encounter. I was trying to get a Kakuna to get a Beedrill. I was listening to relatives talk and I didn't see that I had finally gotten a shiny after like 400 something encounters. I got so mad at myself for that. Okay, before we continue on, I'm gonna do that. Be right back. I'm gonna take a break, use the bathroom, get water, do some stuff. We'll be back and then continue. Hopefully, I don't mute myself again. All right, we're back. I did not Replenish water. No. I used the bathroom, but then I forgot to replenish water. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple encounters first. Let's see. Do I have the soda still? Okay, I do. For those of you who do shiny hunt, when was the last time you shiny hunted? This here would be the first time in about 7 years. It's been 7 years since I shiny hunted. Last time I shiny hunted was on Sword and Shield. I remember that was such a grind to freaking go through. I've actually thought about playing through Scarlet and Violet. I have not finished it. I just got so tired of how dialogue heavy it used to. Well, it got. More so the cutscenes. On Game Boy, the cutscenes feel fast, not so long. Hey, 234. But on these newer, like, high graphical games, it's not something I expected. And it all began with Pokemon Moon. I remember trying to hold a 12-hour plus stream for Pokemon Moon, and I learned two things. When you are a small channel, be ready to be the only person streaming, in terms of like everyone else is going to be playing that game. So you're going to be like just streaming and get comfy with talking to yourself. The other thing was how annoying the cutscenes were. I just wanted to play the game. Go to the next section. Get to the next gym. Or challenge. Or I forgot what Sun and Moon were. But for me it all started on Sun and Moon. But then I also I paid enough attention to where I saw a generation of new shiny hunters, Pokemon streamers grow from Sun and Moon. We're at 240. Oh yeah, it's getting nippy too. I do want to I do want to thank everyone for checking out the stream, whether it was live or you check out the stream after the fact. We went past the whole 3-2-3-1 or 2-1-0. What TV shows or movies have you guys seen last? I know a lot of people have gone to see Sonic 3. I haven't yet. These days, with how I'm caregiving, the only comfort of leaving the house where I'm not overthinking this or that is going to the gym for 40 minutes to an hour. Or the store. That's about it. When it's a bit longer, I end up overthinking this, overthinking that. So I'm just gonna wait till that goes to digital or physical and give it a watch. I may end up marathoning all 3 Sonic movies. I have not seen one of them. I also am thinking about playing a Sonic game, like one of the more modern ones, because I played Sonic, but I never got into Sonic as a kid, because I only grew up playing Nintendo. I rarely got to play Sega. I think there was one time and then another, and that was when we had a neighbor who happened to have a Sega. But that's about it. And they were only there for 1 year. We're halfway to 500. I seriously need to check how cold it's gonna be now. I'll also pour some water. Hey there, Blue Jay. Possibly, unless Dominic, the Shadow Prince, is just leaving up to lurk on the stream. Welcome to the stream, Blue Jay. How are you doing tonight? Or this morning? And then, no, not twice that way. Twice this way. You doing good? Yeah, it's nighttime? Cool. Well, welcome to the stream. Glad you're doing well. My name's GlintPhantom. It's nice to meet you. I've just been shiny hunting for the last almost 2 hours. I did talk about some deep stuff, or what some say would be serious stuff, but I feel like I'd be repeating myself over. So if you want, you can rewind the stream and listen to that, or listen after when the stream is done. I'm just like, the point of me is that I'm a deep person where I ask a lot of questions and then end up overthinking a lot, you know? Is it early night for you or late night? Because where I am is gonna be like midnight. Like, earlier I was talking about abandonment trauma because it was something that I realized that I likely developed. Oh, 10:33. So you're about an hour behind me. Oh, I guess Stream Elements does work. I tried to set it up, but it was like weird. Okay, how so? Well, to give you the short version of it, or sped up version of it, since I didn't really grow up having a lot of friends that provided me a feeling of being wanted, cared, or loved, I developed the attachment. I developed an attachment issue and I can't say this at the same time. My tongue is rolling. Both an attachment and abandonment issue. Now, how that manifests for me is, whereas normal people would have their friendships with friend A, friend B, friend C, each one of them being different, for me, my issues caused me to collectively combine everyone's friendship. So when the energy that I spend with them, it goes into like this one tube. So when friends behave differently, or something changes with how they treat me, it feels like I'm missing part of that energy, if that makes sense. This is just giving you the cliff notes of the longer, like, kind of rambling I had. It's definitely something a bit difficult to understand since it's not explained fully. Like for me, it's hard. A simple way of saying it is like for me, it's hard to like separate friendships. Oh, you meant like that abandonment trauma. Now, I haven't thought about that myself, if I have any of that tied to my parents. I haven't connected any of my own behaviors yet to that. But it's possible that I have something related to how my parents treated me or not treated me. I'm always trying to figure out the root of things, or something that like I'm satisfied with. Yeah, I'm definitely one of those persons that most people find annoying, because when they try to befriend me, I'm just weird. When something triggers that insecurity in me, I end up overthinking, and when I overthink, I end up just really thinking about why are they doing this or why are they doing that. Like, I end up questioning motives or actions, and most of the world don't like that. Why do you have to ask me about why I'm doing this? But then on the flip side, I ask, why don't you think about why you're doing something? That's the weird part that most people find weird. Okay, I need to work on the timers. Like, I can see from their perspective that when I'm questioning them about why they're doing stuff, or calling... I don't want to say calling out, because I realize now calling out, it has a negative reaction when you say that to people. But like when I ask someone, hey, do you notice when you go spend time with this friend, you leave me unanswered on messages, and then that goes on for hours? But then at the same time, I understand it. You know, when you get busy, legitimately busy, or maybe you're playing a game or you're playing a match, you lose track of time. I'm awkward like that, where I see both sides. I understand how it feels to be ignored, but I also understand stuff just happens. And that's the frustrating part for me. Like, I can see from a perspective how the way I behave seems insecure, because the way I behave is not accepted by what's normal. And I understand that, Blue Jay. Most things you do are normal and weird for others. That's one point I was talking about when I was doing my long rambling, is that you can be weird, you can be yourself, you can be however you want to be, but ask this. Do you feel accepted by society? There's a difference between people understanding that you're weird, but are you accepted for being weird? Or will they accept you if you learn how to control your weirdness in a different way? Okay, now I'm curious, Blue Jay. Could you explain what you mean by yes and no, if you want to? I understand I bring up these topics that not many want to talk about. And now that we're past 70, it's gonna be going through a lot faster. I don't know why once you get past 70, all the numbers count faster, or feels faster. Some people are like me, but me and that person are also weirdos to society. To me, that's a different way of saying what I said. Like, you can find people who accept you or understand you. I'm gonna see if I could change that timer. That timer is annoying. It's coming up too fast. So I do apologize for that. I know timers are annoying. Let's see. Let's have it be every 10. And we'll do 12. Save. And then this could be 25. Save. Okay. Timers are updated, I think. Oh, the timers for like the stream element messages. Normally for a stream, like, so the streamer doesn't have to talk about like, oh hey, follow, or oh hey, do this or do that. You use like a system or a bot to display the message in chat. But it was coming up too much for my taste. Too often, I mean. Almost to 300. So what games do you typically enjoy, or what things do you enjoy doing, Blue Jay. At some point earlier in the stream, I was talking about how like I was making ferments or pickles or even like mead, and I had this interest in cooking. Yeah, I was just talking. Oh, just playing Pokemon in general? Got a favorite version or favorite game? And that's cool that you want to start up a channel. Are you thinking about YouTube, Twitch, or some other channel? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are pretty awesome. I agree. I actually have Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Possibly next week, depending on how I feel. I may shiny hunt in that game. And I'd say go for it. You never know what you're gonna learn from doing something. Just make sure that you you do your due diligence of researching and give it a shot. I also remembered about the new Pokemon game. It's kind of what made me think about streaming to YouTube again. You always loved recording since you were a kid? Like filmmaking recording or like video game recording? Because both of those are pretty good hobbies. Ooh, that's really cool. Since I'm like very detailed in some ways, or I hyperfixate on certain topics, there was a time where I was like watching all these behind the scenes stuff of videos and whatnot. Well, the thing that I realized about starting something is you first take a small step. You take a small step and it's like let's see, how can I put this? I'm awkward with talking because I don't really talk a lot. I don't socialize a lot, so pardon the lack of socialization skills. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, if you're wanting to stream, say you want to know, okay, how am I gonna stream? Do you think about what your first step is gonna be? What is the first thing you want to learn? Then that's your first step, and then you break that step up into, okay, what am I gonna do next to learn about step one? You take it slow and learn what you can, because I've been there where I see something and it's like overwhelming. There's just too much to handle. I just don't want to do it. But then for how my mind is, I have to break it into small sections for it to help my brain understand what I'm wanting to learn, if that makes sense. In a way, I would say you already did a step one, in that you know that you want to stream, like, you want to stream the new Pokemon game. It's probably easier if you have more people in the chat. It can, but at the same time, it also depends. I've seen clips of tips and everything, and one thing that I learned or took from the clip I saw was, if you're not gonna be comfortable talking in general to 0 people or maybe 1 people, then you're not gonna be comfortable talking to 5, 10, 20 something people. That's one thing that I took from that clip. But then another thing that I learned is, you find your thing. And for that clip that I saw, I don't remember who it was. I'm not sure if it was the pirate software guy or someone else. It was on the YouTube shorts, so I can't recall who it was. But even he was talking about, like, when he was first starting, he only had like a handful of people. But then when he got rated and he peaked at 20 something people, he froze. He didn't know what to, so it was pirate software. He didn't know what to say or do, but then he looked into something else. He learned from, what was it that he learned to do? I think it was something about making fun of himself or something. So that's another thing for you to take into consideration. Even the biggest, like, YouTubers or Twitch streamers, they started off with very few people, and even they freeze up. So the concern of not speaking well or knowing how to speak if that is a concern for you, hopefully knowing that everyone goes through that in some shape or form helps. I feel like I didn't make a lot of sense because my mind was like everywhere. It, the most I can say, and I say this because Nintendo was just very, very strict. The most that I could say is that the 3DS I have is made to be able to cast. Like, it's actually hooked up. It's got a port and it hooks into my computer, and yeah. I got it a long time ago, and that's where I cannot specify. I don't even know if it's still available. Yeah, what I can say is that it is a capture card on the system. And I'm being picky with my words for a reason because, like I said, Nintendo's just very strict. Like, I've seen Pokemon YouTubers who they want to showcase the hard work of fans who make fan Pokemon games, but then Nintendo is so strict, or is it the Pokemon Company? One of those two companies are so strict that the games and videos that show those games, they get flagged. I have my assumptions, but what I say isn't exactly true, I feel. Like, my assumption would be that they want money. What is this? Like, I'm hearing something in the background. Okay, must be something. Yeah. Like, I can say that it's through a capture card. I just cannot tell you where I got it or how. But I guess a good thing for me is that I don't even know if where I got it still exists. Legitimately, I don't know. Why don't I have a face cam? It's just a preference thing. Since it's late night, I just want it to be very casual. Another thing is like, speaking from a deeper point of view, and this is coming from experience where, like, for years on Twitch, I streamed without a camera. But then the moment I tried to start using a camera, people did not expect my face to be the person that was talking for all these months. And when they got disappointed, people decided to leave. And of course, this likely triggered the abandonment issue I have. And so I learned from that. It's partly human nature, I feel, Blue Jay. Like, people build a relationship with a streamer and then something changes their opinion about them. I can't say that this is for certain, but I think an example about this is there was this one big streamer or YouTuber, Dream, and for years no one knew what his face was. His whole gimmick was keeping a mask on, keeping his face hidden. But then when he finally revealed his face, his viewership died out. So there's like this sense of mystery that internally every viewer or every human, they have their own idea of like who Dream is, what he looks like. Or in my case, people picture me as like whatever they picture me as. But then the moment I choose to show, or the moment they see what I look like, that ruins a sense of fantasy. So in streaming, there's a sense of fantasy fulfillment. But that also depends on the situation if that happens with fantasy fulfillment. There was one time where even back on Twitch, I had to mute my stream and I was talking to my friend at the time. And and while the stream was muted, I peaked at like 11 viewers or something like that. But then the moment I started talking, it dipped. And honestly, it's preference. People prefer different things. Some people prefer a more energetic, charismatic voice. Some people don't mind my type of voice. But ultimately, with how big YouTube, Twitch, and the internet is, you're gonna find people who understand and like you for you. So that's something. Now, just because they like you for you does not mean that there's the accepted. I always make that point because it's something I recently learned, and it it feels powerful to me that when you realize there's a difference between someone liking you, understanding you, and someone accepting you. I gotta refill on water. It's been 100 encounters and I haven't drank any water. No wonder I feel like coughing. So let me put the bee right back up here. And then once I refill my water, get a good sip of water. Ow. I'll answer your question, Blue Jay, when I get back. Okay. I got the water. And that definitely helps it sound a lot better. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and get back to the hunt. I'm set to answer your question whenever you're here. I just want to make sure that you're here. Okay. I started streaming around late 2015, early 2016. That was streaming to Twitch. I streamed for about almost a year, but then I broke up with an ex at the time, and then I took personal time off. I returned to streaming around 2018, and it's been on and off since. That's actually something to consider when you take a break, because taking a break, you know, it definitely affects things. Yeah, so I've been streaming for I want to say 8 or 9 years. But then I took a year off, so... Like, I realized I got the following that my train of thought lost there. I'll get back to it. If you do more live stuff in the future, I'll try my best to watch it. I greatly appreciate that. For now, for YouTube streaming, I'm thinking about only doing it once a week. The other streams that I do on my Twitch channel. I wish I had that thought I had, but I lost it. I try to have specific days, but I'm pretty bad at keeping a schedule. But one thing that I am doing is, like on Mondays, I will play Minecraft on the Switch. And it's only on the Switch because I started this 100 days played in the game challenge. So it's like one of those things. I'm just looking to finish that up, so you know. I can move on to maybe playing on PC. Something like that. But like the message of Stream Element said, I do have a video on demand channel. It's called Glint's Collection. I realized I did not put a link there for you, Blue Jay. Let me see if I could go grab the channel link and then just pop it in the chat for you. Why do I sub to too many channels? Had to scroll so far. There you go. That's the channel that I upload all of my Twitch streams to, usually the day after. I don't think I did. I haven't actually played Pokemon in such a long time. Like modern Pokemon. Okay. Took care of a cough there. Yeah, I talked about this earlier when no one was on stream, but when the Pokemon games started getting very cutscene-y, like a lot of cutscenes, you know, Pokemon Moon, the Switch Pokemon games, I started like getting bored because I just wanted to play the game. I didn't want to like sit through cutscenes. So the last Pokemon game I finished was Pokemon Sword and Shield. I did try Pokemon Legends Arceus, but then it was just too long. I got distracted. Hey, 345. Like, I kept wanting to catch Wurmples, and just... Like, it wasn't, I guess it was like an OCD thing. I just wanted to complete things before going to the next one, but then you kept picking up missions. I also like started Pokemon Scarlet, but because it was just so full of cutscenes, and it to me it didn't feel like the Pokemon game I was used to anymore. So I never finished Pokemon Scarlet. I think some of the older videos on Glint's collection was me playing Pokemon Scarlet, Violet. Yeah, Violet was the one I bought. And surprisingly, it's that stream had a webcam. So it's not like I haven't shown my face. It's just right now I don't use camera. This is typical luck for me. Like, I've seen people get the shiny by now, but For me? No. Shiny Pokemon hate me. When was the last shiny Pokemon you had? It's hard to say because it's been so long. On my channel, like the main channel you're watching here, I used to post highlights because that was it was the thing to do back with YouTube. So I do have clips of me getting shiny Pokemon. I'd say over 30, maybe. Like there are some that I didn't record. Yeah, right now, in terms of the future, I'm thinking for the main channel here, GlintPhantom, once a week on Fridays. I can't specify the time, but I can say, you know, it will happen on Friday, unless it's an important thing. I will stream shiny hunting on Fridays. But right now I'm kind of looking at growing the Glint's Collection VOD channel because I'm still streaming more on like Twitch, so I post the streams afterwards. I do have school, but I'll try. Hey, I greatly appreciate whatever support you give. I understand priorities. I realized one thing about YouTube versus Twitch is like YouTube, to me, it has a better way of people finding you based on what they already watch. On Twitch, you kind of have to time your streams. Like, there was one clip from the YouTuber and Twitch streamer Pirate Software where he was showing like, oh, you like streaming Subnautica? Well, take a look at the stats. If you stream Subnautica at 2 to 3 a.m., you'll have very low competition. But then look at right before. There's someone that has a lot of viewers. So there's always a chance that someone with a lot of viewers sends their viewers, like they raid you, and then that's how you essentially start to build a community. But that's if you're okay with streaming late, you know? I mean, that's just one method. It's not the go-to method. It's just a method that shows you numbers to, you know, show you how it can work. I'm very bad at counting, like I have not kept aware. Normally I do not stream this late, I will tell you that. But since YouTube streaming is just once a week, I thought we'll just go for a while. In this case, a while being, I want to reach 512 encounters. Definitely, Blue Jay. I'll check you out. For me, back when I was streaming, like, I definitely did get jealous of people who would grow faster than me because they had something that I didn't have. But ever since I kind of realized my own issues with the abandonment stuff, I'm trying to slowly grow where it's like, just let go of that. Ultimately, people are gonna do what they want to do. People are gonna care to an extent, but most of the time people aren't gonna care. Stuff like that. Kind of like real deep truths that you learn as you get older. It'll probably be just be called Blue Jay. That's actually a pretty nice channel name. I'll definitely keep an eye out for if you comment with that account name. And then I'll check out your stuff. I know you'll find what you want to do and how you'll showcase it. That's the thing about YouTube, Twitch, and stuff like that. You find what works for you. Like this year, I'm gonna just try being me, and I'll just talk about what I want to talk about. If it's gonna be like difficult things of like why people do this, why people do that, or why people don't like this or don't like that, I'll talk about that. Yeah, that was just my childhood nickname I made up because I loved the blue jaybird. So, yeah. Hey, that's a good story you could tell to your viewers. Just like you were curious about how I got started streaming or how long I was streaming. That's the thing, too. Like, I learned this from watching, like, I watched this from... I learned this from watching a bunch of behind the scenes with professional wrestling. And they always emphasize story. What kind of story are you like telling the viewers? You can apply that to streaming. What kind of story are you talking to with your viewers? What kind of story do you want to talk to them about? For me, like for many years, I just didn't know what kind of thing I wanted to do with my channel. And I still don't. This is just me trying things. Don't stop trying things. If one thing fails, think about what's the next thing you like doing, and then try it. I went through a whole year of not trying something, and, you know, it cost me. A lot of old viewers that used to watch me found other people, which is fair because I took a year off. I don't expect people to wait. You're welcome. And I understand, like, a lot of stuff I talk about, it's really weird, difficult to understand, but it's just what I'm looking to do. Or at least try. I'm confused by what you... Oh, okay. You're a bit confusing yourself? Did I just mess up the count? I did, didn't I? Oh well. It's okay to be confused. You'll get back to it. I confuse myself too, and come on, shiny. Yeah. Come on, come on. Which Pokemon are you hoping shines? Because this is kind of random. No guarantee that what I encounter will be a Snorunt or Bergmite. I kind of want it to be Snorunt. The blue is just really nice. Snorunt too? Yeah. To turn into Frostglass. Oh, the female evolution. Hopefully it's a female. If it's a female, then it can turn into Frostglass. That'll be super rare. Oh, my system's fully charged. I keep forgetting to never leave it plugged in when it's fully charged. The battery might end up dying and stuff, but I forget. Yeah, I'm gonna save just in case something happens. I love that so much, that the old 3DS games saved so fast. Oh, that one was female. That would have been nice. Like, I think I got a snow runt before. It's just... It's been about 7 years since I shiny hunted, so... This is nice. Almost to 400. That means 112 more. Once I hit the rate that I'm supposed to be assured a shiny, I'll stop for the night. When was your last shiny? Mine was back in 20 something, I forgot. Either 2019 or 2020 something, I don't know. I think it was egg hatch. $400. Ooh. Shiny Gyarados is such a nice, like, shiny. Even though it's one of the original shinies. I remember doing a shiny badge quest on stream back in the peak days of Pokemon streaming. That took forever, like playing 3 hours but not continuing the game because I didn't get a shiny. Is that some new mechanic that they put in? Because back when I was shiny hunting, you used that Masuda method where you take a Ditto or a Pokemon from a different country and then you put it with yours, or a different language nowadays. It's not even country. I'll definitely YouTube it and Google. Because if I do get back to Pokemon Violet, it might be something I do. Another thing I just thought about is like having this YouTube channel be like a retro kind of streaming channel where I play these old 3DS games and we all just chill and let my Twitch be where I play the Switch games and whatnot. This is like typical luck for me, definitely. I thought I'd get lucky and maybe we'd get a shiny. But no. Maybe it's angry at me. It's like, GP, you haven't shiny hunted in 7 years. Now suffer for it. Another reason why I'm limiting the streams to once a week is because my 3DS is old. I'm gonna have to order a new battery, so that'll take a moment. For now, it still works good. It's just being very cautious, you know? Being careful. Oh, I hope I don't have to go to 4,000 encounters. That would be a nightmare. It's still moving for me. I guess that one did, like, if you sent something like after the I think so, that didn't show up then. I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't show up then. I'm gonna guess that exactly at 512. Exactly 512. That's when I get this shiny. Come on, give me a shiny for the return of shiny hunting. 512 encounters. I have no... Maybe it might be the protection settings that I set up for the chat. I just went with the default. I don't know, maybe it's a word that it doesn't like. Oh, that... I don't know why it doesn't like that word. I think it was 19. I know I there's no links allowed. But it wasn't a link, it was just a word. So, still weird. What about it? Oh, do I have one? I do, but then I don't even really use it. I don't have a community on Discord anymore. No one really posts anything. There's no talking among groups. So it's very much, it's kind of why I took it off even my Twitch. I mean, I think if we build a community either on YouTube and Twitch again, then I may consider, consider sharing the Discord again, because it's just, with what I hear and see from videos and whatnot, it's definitely concerning, because I don't want any accounts in trouble. Because these days, you have to be so alert and so careful. All it takes is like one person posting the wrong thing, and then everyone gets like a ban just because they were in the server. I don't think anyone wants that. Yeah. Like, you could set rules, limit what people can post, but mean people are gonna always be mean, you know? Given that I am a loner kind of person, I don't really pay too much attention to things like that. So that's also why. I wouldn't be a good manager. Why am I shiny hunting these two? They're the only two that are available in Friend Safari. At least this one. I wanted to pick an ice one because it's wintertime and it's cold. The way Friend Safari worked was, if you're guaranteed 2 Pokemon, but then if you and that friend are, like, when you connect online, or I think when you're friends, you get a 3rd Pokemon. But the 3DS online was shut down, if I recall. So, yeah. I'm confused. What do you mean? Uh, that I reserve to not share. Just not at this time. No, you're good. I understand when you meet someone and you're having a good time, you kind of just want to know a little bit more and whatnot. I meant to hit 6, not 3. There we go. Come on, Snow Runt. I think one time I was hunting in a safari like this, and I think I got Bergmite, and I was so mad. I need to check when that new Pokemon game comes out. Knowing that it's a new year, it might be coming out either in the summer or the fall. Oh wow, it's coming out pretty... Oh, spring. Or just before summer. Appreciate you looking that up, Blue Jay. I want to take this time to thank everyone who's stopped by the stream. It's been a good 3+ hours. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. We are still trying to hunt for a shiny Snow Runt, primarily. That's the one I want. Or Bergmite. The goal is to get to 512 encounters. Because apparently that was when your odds were. May 16th. Okay. Hey, you were close. I mean... So for 5 months, we're gonna see how well the YouTube channel grows. Both the main channel that I'm streaming off of and Glint's collection. Also, we'll see how lucky I'll get. Oh, I missed that excitement of a game. It's been a long time since I've been excited for a game like that. I envy you. I envy you. For me, because I'm so detailed and like weird, I kind of see games in a different way. Like, one of the frequent critiques of games that I bring up is most games you go and pick up a quest, you finish the quest, go get another quest. So when I see it for just that, I don't really get excited about games anymore. But if a story is really good, then I like a game. Ooh, nice. The Kalos region was fun. Not too many cutscenes. Still felt like Pokemon. Back then, when I first saw like YouTubers shiny hunting or playing the new Pokemon, I was very shocked. I was like, "This is what Pokemon turned into?" And then when Sword and Shield came out, I'm like, "Whoa!" 4, 5, 6. The lucky number? Dang it. I also feel like my shiny hunting streams, if you guys like it, you can leave it up for like background noise if you want to fall asleep. I always thought of my voice as like a bit of a boring voice. You fall asleep to it. I mean, I've had friends and stuff say they were literally falling asleep while trying to watch my stream. I mean, I don't take it as an insult because you hear about those ASMR channels? Like, they didn't mean it in a bad way. It was just adding on to what I said because I was, you know, talking about how my voice was. So they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm falling asleep right now. He's telling the truth." That kind of follow up. So it's not meant as like a mean thing. I'm hoping that if I still like shiny hunting in 5 months, I'm hoping maybe a shiny hunt for the legends. The only way that I can see them shiny right now is... Actually, no, you could have shiny hunted them in Ultras, right? The Ultra games? Yeah, I never got the Ultra games because I didn't like Sun and Moon. I'm not like hating on it if you like it. I'm just saying that I didn't like Sun and Moon. So when the Ultras came out, I just didn't get it. That's actually when I like took a full stop of streaming Pokemon, was when the Ultra games came out. I tried to keep up with that stuff. Like I watched videos on YouTube about the wormhole method and all these different methods. But it was just definitely difficult for me. It was getting too much. Too many methods. There was like the radar method, DexNav method, chain fishing, Masuda method egg hatching. And then when Gigantamax came with Sword and Shield, I just... You're guessing 500 will be the shiny? Hopefully. I will say I want to thank you, Blue Jay, for being here because it reminds me of why I liked shiny hunting. It was a way for you and me to get to know each other, you know? Playing different games, people watch to see good gameplay, or maybe this or that. With shiny hunting, everyone knows it's a matter of time and luck. So in the meantime, you just talk to the streamer if you find them interesting. With other games, I have to be like good at the game or do something interesting. With shiny hunting, everyone knows it's just like a fun thing of who's luckier. I think like the 10% Dratini was my third or second Pokemon that I uploaded on YouTube. You have your bet at 500. I have mine at 512. We're gonna see which one gets it. What was my first shiny Pokemon? Embarrassingly, the very first shiny Pokemon I ever got was a Basculin. I was trying to go for a Dratini or Poliwhirl in this game. Oh, I went back one. My bad. There we go. Ooh, spend us a nice shiny. I remember back in the day, shiny Eevee was like the thing that people were trying to get to upload to YouTube. It was like a whole society or culture around it. What was the situation that you lost? Oh, he was lost. So, like, did you save over to file or what happened? Oh, don't tell me someone released it. Oh. Come on. When me and my sis were young, we would trade all the Pokemon we wanted to them and start over just to get more legendaries. But sadly, oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, out of all the things Pokemon have done, why did they not add multiple saves? They could literally do it. Multiple saves. I remember when the original Ruby and Sapphire came out, I had a friend that started a game. He thought because it was so new, they had multiple save files. So he saved over the file and saved over my ongoing game. I didn't have any shinies, but I was like 4 badges in. So I had to start over. Yeah, but like you say for your situation years ago. Yeah, we're getting there. Like I mentioned, for some reason when it gets to 70, the number counts up so fast. I feel something. Maybe 500 will be it. Unless the typical GP luck comes up. That's something my old community would actually say. Oh, typical GP luck. Not getting any shinies. But the good thing is, if there's no shinies, then, you know, next Friday, we just try again. Or we try, if I find, like, Oraz or another thing. I do have more luck with Dex Nav than I do with Friend Safari, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. 500. It would have been a snow runt and female if only it was shiny. What do you mean by communication thingy? Like, what are you trying to do that would help me understand more? Oh, oh yeah, the 3DS online stuff. I'm not sure if it works anymore. I'd be open to adding you as a friend, and then maybe next week I'd, you know, shiny hunt in your Safari. I haven't connected my system to Wi-Fi yet, but when I do, next week we can. You can see if it works for you. We're getting close to 512. I want to take this time to, you know, thank you guys for being here. I make my return to YouTube streaming after just being sporadic with it. This year for 2025, I'm looking to, you know, stream on here and Twitch, just separate days. And that's completely fine, Blue Jay. I am lurker friendly. It was gonna be a snow runt. And a female, but not shiny. Okay. We'll go ahead and leave. That's 512 encounters. Yeah. Let's actually take a quick look here. Do I have any shiny Pokemon in here? Oh, wow. I think I lost a lot of shiny Pokemon back because Pokemon Home it stopped. There's a shiny Nidoran. I think I got this from let's see. Shiny Pyroar. Shiny Larvesta. Shiny... Oh, wow. Charmander with Pokébrush. Shiny... Legender. German Eevee. Agon, more Poliwhirl. Basculin. This... Did I catch this or... Wait, who's the owner? Because back in the day, people would clone fake Pokemon and just send it. Oh, I did catch this. This is legitimate. Okay, this is the real Zygarde. Let's see. Did I make a specific for Chinese? No. I was trying to hatch for pink Mudkips, that's right. Oh, yeah. The Friend Safari had a shiny Charmeleon. Oh, yeah, this is off-stream shinies, I remember. I was just playing this game a lot. I evolved one of the, There's Derpy again. Dragonair. That one was tough. It took a long time. Shiny Dittos. People cloned it. So not too bad. Maybe? I don't know. This brings back so many memories. Oh, I was trying to... Was it making a living dex? Oh, here's more shinies. Oh, Hone Edge. I remember. It was the painful Hone Edge. Hey, Sharpedo. So yeah, I have a decent amount of shinies from all the time I shiny hunted. Does it actually show the right date? No, it reset to 2011. It can't go to 2025. That's funny. But I want to thank you guys for being on stream. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Let's restore the chat here. I will be back to YouTube streaming on Friday. I don't know the exact time, but it will be Friday. If you're watching this after the stream has gone live, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also subscribe to Glint's Collection, which is the other channel that I have that you could watch all the other streams. Yeah, I'm gonna be calling it a night. It is almost 1:30 in the morning for me. So I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you next week, unless you want to check me out on Twitch, which is on there. But otherwise, all right. Have a good night. See ya.